Hey everyone, Tin Man here. This is round 1 of the ETS Invitational. I'm up against Danabor, who's playing Chalice. Sounds pretty bad. We don't have a shadow. We can do better without a shadow. And we don't have any of our premier threats that we kind of want in this matchup. Sounds a bit better. We have some Scry. We have all of our colors, but we don't necessarily have Bloodcaster on 3. Just try to find a shadow influence, I guess, on the top. That counts as a shadow influence. We'll keep that. So this matchup, game 1, I'm not entirely sure how well it goes for us. Games 2 and 3, I think, look to be a whole lot better. I get Var's favor just to get the Bloodcaster down on 3. But I might want to save it to pop a Face Aegis at some point. I'm not too concerned about that. Looking more at his list. The other concern is that I'm not going to get to cast Champion of Cunning with 5 Primal on turn 5. But that's alright. He can come out later and still be a valuable member of the team. So that guy's a little annoying. Luckily, we'll still be able to play Bloodcaster this turn and then play Depleted Primal for double Primal and Hailstorm next turn. So I'm not too worried about it. Let's just play the Shadow Sigil Bloodcaster like we said. His deck runs a couple cards that are interesting to worry about. Island's Choice, 3 of. Island's Favor. Oh, he buffs that guy. That's interesting. So I think I just play the Crest of Fury Hailstorm here. Kills off this guy right away. I could have tried to attack and see if he blocks. But if he double blocks, then my own guy dies. Actually, if he just single blocks with Kothon, that messes up my play, so I don't want to do that. He'd probably just single block with Kothon. Permafrost. Not exactly what I'm looking for. It's a pretty bad card in this matchup. Doesn't kill any of his guys outright. I'll just Hailstorm and pass back. Actually, I think I'd be willing to trade this guy for that guy. Just so he has nothing to Chalice with. I think I'd be alright with that. Yeah, he's not going to take that trade. Sure. He doesn't even have Chalice. That's really good for us. What could he possibly have here? Desert Marshal, Island's Choice, Wisdom of the Elders are the main ones here that we're worried about. Let's just get in there, see what he's got. He had a pause, so I want to be playing as many primals as I can so that I can play Champion of Chaos. More primals, awesome. Just play Maiden. He did not have pause, actually. Okay, so he doesn't have... Well, he didn't have Wisdom. That's nice. And he just didn't do anything for turn 4. Which definitely is a good spot for us to be in. We're pretty far away from getting the 5 primal, though, for Champion. Well, I guess we have 1 on top, so we're 2 cards away. Might just play it anyway. Let's attack with both. He has a pause for declaring blockers, sure. I'm not going to play it because I might get harsh ruled. That's a pretty good one to keep because that'll answer... That'll answer like all of his Combray healers or all of his Kothons if we wait to hit a Kothon with it. Sure, I'll keep that on top. I don't actually want to play into a harsh rule here. We have some pressure, and we've got some plays here. Chalice, he does have the power. Okay, that's fine. But now we're in. I mean, Chalice is annoying. Don't get me wrong. But now we cold blood this Combray healer. Hopefully he has another one in hand. We get a weapon. So I can throw the weapon on the Bloodcaster, I suppose. Nice. Let's scout. Primal, thank you. Let's buff up the Bloodcaster. Actually, no. Let's buff up the Maiden. If he wants to vanquish the Maiden, I'd rather him do that, and then we get to at least ultimate the Bloodcaster. I'm not actually sure which one is correct there, but I think if he's going to remove something, Okay, it doesn't matter. He's going to remove them both. But now we get to play a champion with all of its buffs out, which is pretty solid. And we have enough... I don't need that, no. He has a fast spell? An ambush, okay, sure. That's a touch annoying. But if he can't deal with this 7-5, he's going to be in trouble. Face Aegis, sure. If he doesn't have an Island's Choice, though, we're in pretty good shape. Let's test for an Island's Choice by attacking first. Looks like he does have one. Okay, sweet. So now we can at least resolve Channel the Tempest. And we drew a whole bunch of nothing. I'm fine to play one of these power, since we have another power to throw away with the Strategize. Sure. Gains him a bunch of life, but he's still going to need to find a way to 2-for-1 this Champion of Cunning. Let's just Strategize first, throw back the power. Yeah, the power that doesn't scout. Let's scout. Sure. Play this guy. I don't really care about a 3-7 on the ground. That guy's so annoying that he has more of those guys. Just because it, you know, draws him a card and pops the Aegis, so like makes it really easy for him to get value out of it. So him not attacking there means that he has another Desert Marshal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to freeze that guy and then attack. Because he would want to make my guy down on the ground, you know? No, I just pass. At least I get the buff out of this guy before he Desert Marshals. And now we can permafrost whatever blocker he tries to leave back, and we can threaten Fatal. The fact that he's doing this means he doesn't have another Harsh Rule. At least not right now. He might draw into one. And, I don't even necessarily want to permafrost one of these guys. Since we're hitting him in the air, we've got a 2-turn clock. Or, no, it's a 3-turn clock in the air. Okay, so I'm just going to permafrost the 4-3. So that he has to just chump block this guy. Honestly, I think I permafrost this guy just to prevent him from drawing an extra card on his turn. It's still not threatening Fatal. Oh, I found a Harsh Rule. Damn. That sucks. I was hoping he hadn't found a Harsh Rule. But we still have a lot of good draws here. Avara's Favor is not one of them. I'll just pass with this card. Yeah. Now we're going to be in a draw-go situation, but any one of his cards is a lot better than any one of ours. Like any unit he draws him to. But if he just doesn't have one, it seems good. That's the problem with the Chalice deck. Sometimes you just don't actually get to draw another unit. That's the game. Got him. Alright, so we're up game 1. Okay. Whew. That was a close one. I was very scared after that Harsh Rule. Alright, so let's go to the sideboard here. So I'm going to clone my sideboarded list. And then take out the cards I don't want. So the cards I don't want. We don't need Feeding Time. We don't need Permafrost. We don't need Bloodcaster. I think I want to take out one Bloodcaster, 2 Durakas, because he has so many ways to kill Duraka. Hailstorm's not good. What else was I taking out? The Maidens. Maiden doesn't seem great. And that looks like it, yeah. I think this list, because I do want Strain to Shadows, because it hits his great Parliaments he's going to bring in. I do like the Dragons, because they're just multiple threats. Extra Gift, obviously. Alright, this deck seems pretty good. Alright, so I'll challenge him. let's get into game 2. So my main concern out of the sideboard here is he goes real wide on a Great Parliament, and it really messes us up. That's why we brought in the Strain to Shadows, but we've got all the spot removal too, so we should be alright. This hand is slow and doesn't really have anything. Just has scouts and redraws. We can do better than that. This hand is much better. Much better. And has 4 of my 5 that I need for Champion of Cutting on 5. He's probably saw that Echo, so now he knows we have a Thunderstrike Dragon, not only in our deck, but in our hand. But luckily we also have the Boar. Ooh, that's a nice keeper. He's not going to be putting on very much quick pressure, so I can afford to keep this kind of slower hand that just buys time, draws cards. I have an answer to a Chalice, which is the main part. Let's play Crest. I'm looking for Shadow Influence or Rain of Frogs. We're going first. Sure. We might not be able to hit a Chalice, but that's okay. But we could hit a... we could easily hit Channel the Tempest, which would be really big too. Now I do want to find power. That's not a power. Bottom that. It's tempting because it's really good with Thunderstrike Dragon, but it's not a power, and that's really what we need at this point. That is a power. I mean, I'm going to be Wisdom Immune this turn. I wish it was an untapped power, but whatever. Just so we get Frogs preemptively. We have an answer to the Chalice if he just plays it. Let's... There's not really anything I'm upset to have here, so I don't necessarily want to scout first. Because any 2 cards I draw are going to be good, whether they're power or non-power. And then we can scout next turn for whatever we're missing. He has a fast spell of some sort. Probably a Marshal. Sure. So that'll stop the Frogs. Unfortunately, he only has 1 of those in his deck, and he just got it right there, so that's a little annoying. Otherwise, we'd frog him for sure here. But if you draw Avara's Favor, it can be strong. Yeah, he definitely has Desert Marshal. Okay. Unfortunately, I cannot frogs him this turn. I really wanted to. Let's just scout then. Yes, please. We'll hold open the Annihilate, I suppose. So next turn we can frogs him. We can ping it off and then frogs him. Should be pretty strong. Yeah, he's drawing cards main phase, so it means he's short on power. So we can go... He's holding Desert Marshal, I don't care. We're going to ping off his face Aegis and then frogs, because we'll get the untapped power, the Sigil, with the Var's Favor. There we go. So, Var's Favor, you play the Seed of Cunning untapped here. And then cast Rain of Frogs. Let's see what we're up against. So, Marshal, Healer, Vank, Backlash. That's annoying. Channel, Chalice, Choice. So, a lot of annoying stuff, but I think we've got to take the Channel the Tempest. Maybe we just take all of his Chalices away. No, I think I got to take Channel the Tempest. I can beat the Chalice with Boar, although he does have a Backlash to deal with it. It's tough. It's definitely one of these 3, though. I think it's Channel the Tempest. No, it's got to be Chalice. His deck is terrible without Chalice. And he has a way to stop my Boar if he plays properly. We're just going to take Chalice and not think about it. Like, he can play Chalice and then protect it up with Backlash. And that beats Boar. And so, you know, we're just going to get rid of him. And then he's just playing a bad mid-range deck that just has bad threats compared to ours. He can spot remove my other guys, but we have a better situation here. So he's playing the healer. This is fine. And we just play the sigil. I don't necessarily want to play out the Thunderstrike Dragon first because he can just answer it. I think we just play the champion. He'll put in the Marshal and then vanquish it. Or I could Bloodcaster in Cold Blood. The Cambrai healer. Let's do that. I like that line better. Backlash. Okay, we got the backlash out of him. Let's stop that instead of... Well, I guess it makes more sense to stop that instead of holding it for Boar since he doesn't have any more relics of importance. There's the Marshal. Okay, I'm glad I got the silence off on this guy. I can still, you know, hold down the fort here. Ooh, I can muck that Boar back now. I think I'm just going to play champion. Well, let's strategize first. Maybe hit a shadow so I can buff up my Bloodcaster. Oh, hell yeah. Hello. Yeah, let's just... Well, don't necessarily need to. I could just ping off something. Oh, no, that doesn't actually do much. Let's just play champion. He doesn't have a guaranteed way of dealing with it. Well, I guess he could... No, he could... Doesn't have two ways of dealing with this that I know of. I know he has a channel and a vanquish, but that is over 2 turns, and he has an island's choice. But, I don't know, he might have taken out harsh rules out of his deck. I certainly hope so. Okay, so there's the Marshal. Or there's a second Marshal, and he's probably going to vanquish it now, yeah. Sure. At least it's still not silenced, so I could get him with the... Sorry, I could get him back with a Dark Return. Alright, so let's just play Black Sky Harbinger and call it a day here. I'll just hold up Invar's favor or Annihilate. Doesn't really matter. If he plays a Lumen Defender, I might use it. Yeah. Here's Island's Choice. Okay. So we know he's got a Channel of Tempest as another card. But if he's going to be channeling the Tempest, that doesn't actually hit Thunderstrike Dragon. I'm going to hold back this Feln Banner to be able to muck... Oh, no, I can... I'll hold it to Muck Twist Strategize if I need to. He's going to wait another turn. He can't play a card, otherwise Channel Tempest doesn't kill the dragon. So let's just take advantage of this and play another dragon. Okay, so he's going to choice it again. That's fine. Well, now he's still a turn away from... Man, this is still going to be rough. If I can't get out that... Oh, shit. This guy is monocolored. We can just kill that thing off. Actually, I'll hold it back. Because I can instant speed it. If he, like, double blocks it for some reason. It's not going to. Makes sense. We've drawn a lot of power these past couple turns, which is a little annoying. I don't need another one of those. Got what I need. So now he's going to Channel Tempest my guy. Alright, I'll just kill off your bird. And now... Oh, no, he doesn't have 4th Primal. Oh, okay, now he does. I'm like, he doesn't have 4th Primal. But now he can't because it only does 4. There we go. Okay, so I didn't even realize that. I wasn't even looking at his power situation. Let's just get in there with both. We do have a Vara's Favor, and it's kind of a freebie attack. If he blocks with the Kothon accidentally, then we can get through some extra damage. We do proc his effect, so all good. Nice frog. We can ping that down. That's why I've been saving this Vara's Favor, because he might just randomly get chump blockers. Or there's a lot of random 2-1s like this. So feel pretty good about this. I mean, he's not dead, but he's... Oh, thank God. That's an insane top deck here. And he didn't even have a counterspell. Oh, man. So he needs to at least chumps this. I'm just gonna... I don't even care about him attacking in with this guy. I'll just pass. Seems like we win from here. Certainly hope so. Yeah, basically have 3 threats he needs to deal with. He needs to have like Harsh Rule plus Vanquish. With his 5 power. Seems unlikely. But possible. He could have Scorpion Wasp. That's a card he has in his board. He has 3 Scorpion Wasp in his board. But I basically have 4 Fatal Attackers here. Or 3 Fatal Attackers. So that only blocks 1. Scorpion Wasp plus a Vanquish. Channel does not. Well played. Alright. 1-0 in the Invitational. Feels good, man.